Hello everyone! I hope you're ready for another adventure, because today, Wayne reads Song and Dance Man. Always remember that as we go on these amazing adventures and read these outstanding stories, all you have to do is press the CC button in your YouTube link to be able to follow along with the words. I think that North Star will be perfect for today's adventure. Now that North Star is here, let's jump in. Song and Dance Man. Grandpa was a song and dance man who once danced in the vaudeville stage. When we visit, he tells us about a time before people watched TV, back in the good old days, the song and dance days. Supper in an hour, Grandma calls from the kitchen. I wonder if my tap shoes still fit, Grandpa says with a smile. Then he turns on the light to the attic, and we follow him up the steep wooden steps. Faded posters of Grandpa when he was young hang on the walls. He moves from cardboard boxes and a rack of Grandma's winter dresses out of the way, and we see a dusty, brown, leather-trimmed trunk in the corner. As soon as Grandpa opens it, the smell of old cedar chips and old things saved fills the attic. Inside are his shoes with silver half-moon taps on the toes and heels, bowler hats and top hats, and vests with stripes and matching bow ties. We try on the hats and pretend we're dancing on a vaudeville stage, where the bright lights twinkle and the piano player nods his head along with the music. After wiping his shoes with a cloth he calls a chamois, Grandpa puts them on. He tucks a small white pad inside his shoes so his corns won't rub, and he turns on the lamps and aims each one of us down like a spotlight. He sprinkles a little powder on the floor. It's showtime. We sit on Grandma's wooden blankets, clap our hands and call out, "Yay, Grandpa." The song and dance man begins to dance the old soft shoes. His feet move slowly at first, while his tap shoes make soft, slippery sounds like rain on a tin roof. We forget that it's Grandpa dancing, and all we can hear is the silvery tap of 2 feet, and all we can see is a song and dance man gliding across the vaudeville stage. He says, "Watch this," and does a new step that sounds like a woodpecker tapping on a tree. Suddenly, his shoes move faster and he begins to sing. His voice is as round as strong as a canyon echo. His cheeks are as rosy as he sings Yankee Doodle Boy, a song he knows from the good old days. There are too many dance steps and too many words in the song for us to remember, but the show is better than any TV show. The song and dance man stops and leans forward with a wink. "What's that in your ear?" he asks, and he pulls a silver dollar out of somebody's hair. He rolls his bowler hat down his arm, catches it in his hand, and flips it back onto his head. "You know how to make an elephant float," he said. "1 scoop of ice cream, 2 squirts of soda, and 3 scoops of elephant." We heard that joke before, but the song and dance man slaps his knees and laughs until his eyes water. He tries to wipe them with a red hanky from his vest, but the hanky gets longer and longer as he pulls it out. He looks so surprised that we start laughing too, and it feels like the whole attic is shaking. Sometimes we laugh so hard the hiccups start, and Grandpa stops to bring us a glass of water from the bathroom. "Drink slowly and hold your breath," he says, "or I'll have to scare you." Once our hiccups are gone, he gets a little gold tapper cane and black silk top hat from the trunk. He lowers his eyes and tips his hat, as if he's standing very still. All the lights are turned low except for one that shines on his tap shoes. It's the grand finale. So the song and dance man takes a deep breath, lifts his cane, and holds out both of his hands. Slowly, he starts to tap. His shoes move faster and faster, and the sounds coming for them are too many to make only with 2 feet. He spins and jumps into the air, touching the stage again. He kneels with his arms spread out, and silk top hat and gold tip shoes cane lie side by side at his feet. His shoes are still, and the show is over. We stand up and clap our hands, shouting hooray and more, but Grandpa only smiles and shakes his head, all out of breath. He takes off his tap shoes, wraps them gently in chamois cloth, puts them back in the leather-trimmed trunk. He carefully folds his vests and lays the top hat and cane on it. We follow him to the stairway. Grandpa holds on to the rail as he goes down the steps. At the bottom, he hugs us, and we tell him we wish we could have seen him dance in the good old days, the song and dance days. He smiles and whispers that he wouldn't trade a million good old days for the days he spends with us. But as he tries to turn off the attic light, Grandpa glances back up the stairs, and we wonder how much he really misses that time on the vaudeville stage, when he was the song and dance man. That was an amazing story. Are there anything that you learned from your grandparents or even great-grandparents? What did you think about this story, North Star? I like that part too. We'll see you on the next one, okay? And we'll see you on the next one here with Wayne Reads. Thank you for joining us, and we can't wait to see you on the next adventure. Bye-bye.